Seekers and sojourners of truth, 144, chosen of the chosen for you. Reading you always in the love that lights the truth. I am celestial earth in this divine energy essence of it all. Yes, reporting to you live from nowhere other than 5D. This is like a triple take here. I got a Uranus video I just posted, and then I just did a short. I'm working on them shorts, keeping it short, keeping it simple. All right, happy Friday. I know it's Saturday to a lot of you, but I am time pushing, which is what I'm talking about. So this is, I'm living it up. It's way past my bedtime. I know it's daytime, it's way past my bedtime. And I'm living it up, living it up. Oh yeah, Friday night. Happy Friday. So peace, love, and light. Is that you, Nafisa? Love and light to you. I could read in the outside light. I would say faithfully I could see. Now that I got the sun, I don't have to have my glasses out here because I'm just sitting out here and just recorded 2 videos. So I didn't come out here with that, with all that. So how is this? How's this? What's the conjunct? How is this Uranus conjunct treating you? Talk to me. I want to communicate in this live, right? How? Let me know, how is the Sun conjunct Uranus treating you? How you feeling? It's good because today's the day. Tick tock on the clock. That's what I did the video about. So if you want, you can check out the video about the Uranus conjunct. So I'm not going to go into all of that. I want to talk more about time pushing, but it is really, you feeling good? That's probably because we was doing the detox. So you cleared up some energy. You was in the detox. For anyone who's been doing any soul work, it's probably not going to feel that annoying. Like, it probably just feels more relief of letting go what you need to let go. It's going to be some welcomed or not so welcome disturbances and disruptions with that Oya energy, that lightning bolt hitting the earth, and the earth is quaking and shaking. So a lot of people is going to be feeling it, right? A lot of people are feeling it or will be feeling it. You may be hearing of a major earthquake sometime soon. I'm telling you, the earth is moving right beneath our feet. I've been talking about it, and I was saying, wait till that sun hit with Uranus. Boom. It's going to be that. It's already been earthquaking in little spots, so look out for that. So let me talk to you about the time passage, if I can. Peace, love, and light. Just whoever's coming in, come on in. For those who don't know, I did say a while back that I would talk about the time passage. So for this Saturday Night Live, I'm definitely going to talk about that. I just had to do a video about this Uranus energy, and I will be doing one about the Saturn energy coming up, because we have this within this week span of, we had a full moon in Leo, this Sun and Taurus conjunction, which we're not going to see again for another 80 something years, so not in our lifetime. And then we have Saturn moving into Aries on the 24th. So karmic things are closing, the earth is shaking and quaking, dreams are being, from Neptune's move, dreams are being taken into account, action for those who are really having true dreams and aspirations. And for those who are caught in their illusions, oh, your illusions of confusions are doing you in right now. People are getting, do you hear that, Nafisa? Do you hear that grid frying? That's what I was saying in the video. Do y'all hear that? It's sizzling. Because people going to get fried on the grid if they want to hold on to those illusions. Ashe? Right? I feel an energy shift since this morning. Yes, some people were saying they felt a shift like yesterday. I was talking to someone and they said they felt like, I don't know what's going on, but I feel a shift. I said, yeah, that's that Uranus energy. Boom. Lightning bolt. So what is it that you need to change? What is it that you need to rearrange? Go and, watch that video, so that way I don't have to double up on that right here. But the time pushing, let me explain that. And in this case, I can talk about why I have the calendar as well, because it is to help us get off of this timeline. That has a lot to do with this Oya energy too. Changes mean, can you get off the Gregorian calendar? Or are you stuck to that illusion as well? And some people may say, well, I don't know how to get off of it. Some of us got to just create a calendar of our own. If you can't find, there's other calendars out there, and I would suggest doing your research and seeing what resonates with you. I'm not saying that the calendar I created is the official calendar, but it's what I was guided intuitively to create to get us off the timeline. It is a way, one of the calendars, to help get us off the timeline, right? And the way that I was guided to do that was to of course, listening to the downloads I was getting from Kemet. You know, I've been taken to the pyramids, and like my meditations went deep. And this was going on throughout 2020 and into 2020, not 2020, 2022 and 2023. And I kept getting all these downloads, and something was shifting me to understanding the numbers. This is when I fell into numerology. The divination of numerology allowed me to see that you can find the true dates and time by looking at the numbers. What do I mean by that? Whenever they have portals, whenever there's a vortex, like I would start to find these vortex or vortices in the numbers when you count the day. Like for example, when you count the numbers for today, it's a 22. And I'm going to give y'all a little bit of the secret so you can, you know, work it yourself, do it yourself, and see how it works. When I do the calendar workshop, these are things we're going to be talking about. Right? So hi, who is that? Auntie. I can't see who the word is. Peace, love, and light. Say Pa. Hey, family, I'm willing to take in any family. Where my soul tribers at? So yeah, that's why I wanted to do a workshop. So what you can do if you want to look at it for yourself, I guarantee you, this has to do with the infinite number of 9. You are going to see that it never changes. The numbers are always going to go 1 through 9 and start again. You're going to see a pattern. That's what I started to notice. So if you count the day, whatever, for instance, today, when you count up all the numbers in today, it is a 22, which reduces to 4. So that's what you're looking at, the reduced number. So the 22 reduces to 4. So tomorrow is going to be a day of 23. It always has this pattern. Tomorrow is going to be 23. So it's going to be a 5. The next day is going to be a 24. So it's going to be a 6. And it's going to keep going like that, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then numbers will shift a little bit. They may change a little bit, but the main number is still going to go back to 1. It may be a 10 or 1. It's going to go to 10. And 10 is a 1. Right? And if you see an 11, and 11 is a 2. So it's when you notice that, you'll start to see this pattern. So when I saw that this is how we can come off of the time. There's a whole nother timeline here. So they might have changed us. They might have thrown us off 8 years ahead, to be exact. You know, the Gregorian calendar put us 8 years ahead, so we would not know when things are happening. Right? Everybody was waiting. 2012 is going to be the end, and 2012 came, and it was like, what happened? Well, because it wasn't really 2012. 2020 was the real 2012. Right? So we have to, you know, be willing to look at some of these things as being shift up. And when I saw that, that was how I started, you know, pushing time. And in 2023, well, I started to find time, find a new timeline in time, that the calendar, for those of you who have it, that's why I call it the return to Kemet, a shift in time. The name of the calendar is it's a 5D calendar, but return to Kemet, a shift in time. Why? Because it's shifting us off this matrix timeline, and it's shifting us back into the origins of time, whatever that is for you. All right, so with that said, time pushing came about in 2023, and I thought I was dysfunctional, y'all. I'm going to be honest. I was like, what is happening? I was doing my soul work, of course, and me, the whole family, the children, were going to bed later and later, and I'm wondering, like, what kind of dysfunctional parent am I? Like, what's going on? And I sat outside in meditation, really wondering what's going on. And as it was revealed to me, it was like, no, keep pushing. Because you know, usually when you get off, you try to dial it back. Your natural reaction is like, no, come on, we got to go to bed at a different time. We got to go back to going to bed at this time. So pulling back to go to bed at that time. But in the information, it was saying, no, push forward. You're not crazy. It's not a dysfunction. What was being revealed to me was that I was actually, let's say, the captain of my ship, my family ship, leading the way into something else. And this was a way that I didn't understand it at the time until we went through it, because it takes us a week to kind of go through the whole time pushing. And it was telling me, go forward. Do not draw back the time. Go forward. It's like, what do you mean by that? So every day we went to sleep a different time. Every day we went to bed like 2 hours later. Every day until we cycled through. It takes about a week to a week and a half to fully cycle through and be back on the regular timeline. So we did it. I followed through, and our days were definitely different. Like right now, I'm saying this is nighttime. This is Friday night for me. I have not gone to sleep for Friday yet, because we woke up Friday at what's Friday for everybody else. At about 8 o'clock was our rising. So I'm well past. Everybody went to bed already, and I'm gonna go join them. I don't need much sleep, so I'll be up when they all get up at about 10 o'clock. It's gonna be rising time. So every day it goes, 2 hours ahead. I know it sounds weird. I know, but people always ask me about it, so that's why I'm sharing it with you. And they say, well, what does that do? And it creates space in time because we are in a time space reality. So I find that at the end of it, it has created space, right? Let me see. I want to see. I want to see the comments, but the sun was kind of beaming on me um, while I was out here earlier, and it's hard to see. I What it does is when I say create space, once we cycle through the week, I felt like something just fell off of me. I don't know how to explain it, but it just felt like, ooh, like it felt like we created space, literally in time. So what, how we always feel like we on the go, and this is how society makes us feel. We on the go, we on the go. We gotta get up. Monday, it's time to go. Ready to go Monday. That's why if you look on the calendar, Monday is our seventh day. Monday is our day of rest because another way to get off the hustle and bustle, go and flow of the Gregorian calendar and the matrix is to get off of their timeline, do the opposite. That's what Spirit was showing me. So since Monday is the day that everybody go, 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 that is the day I say, no, no, no. I don't do any appointments on Monday. I do my best not to go anywhere. Like, it's not just sit down and do anything. It's more of a reflection day, my day to meditate, maybe go sit at the beach, sit in some nature, no electronics. For, the children all know Monday is no electronics day. That is the day that we just log off of the world and tune in. And I don't make, like I said, any doctor's appointments, any of that for the children. Whatever appointments, I always say, nope, not a Monday. We not doing that on Monday. If somebody wants something from me, I do my best to rearrange and not be out and about and getting busy on a Monday. So that's one of the things to come off of that timeline. So with the pushing, when I push through time, because we've just been going forward and forward every day, 2 hours, 2 hours, we go to sleep later. By the time we cycle through it, it's like, okay, what do we do? It's like everything just falls into place. So one of the main things that I would say when people ask me, what does it do? I can definitely tell you it creates space. It takes you off of that pressure. It's like you can feel a pressure relief and release, and it creates space in your time space reality, which allows you to tune more into time. And so what I've been shown furthermore is the more we do it is the more we're coming off of the timeline. So we're like, I want to say maybe about 18 to 19 days behind everybody else. Like, we're always a day because by the time we complete, that's another thing. By the time we fully complete it, we're a day behind everybody else, but we're really ahead, if that makes sense. In the real world time, I'm going to say real world because it's not the true world. I'm in true time reality. And in the real world time, it's like you're a day behind them now, but not really. We've actually pushed forward and forward and forward with the time that what appears to be a day behind, we're really ahead. So according to everyone else, we may be about 19 days behind everybody else. But it's like what I look at it as is it's 19 days away from that timeline, 19 days off of that Gregorian calendar. And I'm fine with being 19 days away or 20. Like, and what Spirit was showing me is the more you do it and the more you practice it with your children and a generation and as it goes on, you will find your way back to those 8 years that was stolen from us. Ooh. So yeah, let me be 18 days away, 19 days away, 20, till it gets to 100. What is it? 360 days away. Oops, we 1 year back, 1 year closer to our time, to unwinding. So it's the way it was showing me is that there's an unwinding happening. So we're unwinding and unwinding, unraveling out of that infinite loop that they locked us in. It's no accident that they did that 8 years. They put us 8 years ahead. 8 is infinite. They put everyone in an infinite time lock constantly. That's why they keep people in holidays. They keep you in those holidays so you could still have some incentive and want to be in their time grid. And that's why another part of the calendar is doing away with holidays. And we put something else instead that has to do with advancing your soul. So not an imitation holiday either. Not one of those, well, instead of Thanksgiving, we do Friendsgiving, and you still go out and buy all of this Thanksgiving stuff. No, we completely, whatever the holiday is, we do the opposite. So if it's Thanksgiving, everybody eating and feasting, we don't eat nothing on Thanksgiving. We may fast on Thanksgiving. And then the next day when they, what is it? I think we call it Forgiveness Day. We call it Forgiveness Day, and we talk about forgiveness in many multiple ways. And then on the next day, we will eat. So we will fast on that day, and then we'll eat something. I'll make a nice dish, you know, some lasagna or whatever, for them, right? So let me see what you're saying. So if you have any questions, now I want to run in and get my calendar, but I'm too far from the door, so I'm going to have to squint my eyes. Let me see what you're saying. Does the 3D calendar align with the chakra days you taught us? Yes, it does. On the calendar, hold on, I love that alignment. I feel like a different person after the, yes. And it is, to answer your question, it's similar to what I was teaching you all about in the group. It is, well, if we're talking about when I do the full moon, because those are chakra days too, 3 days before the full moon, we start at the root, and that's a root day. And I was saying that on some of the videos, root day. But according to the calendar, we start, Tuesday is the beginning of our week. And since we're at the beginning and we're manifesting, we're building up, so we start at the crown. That's how it started ever since I started the 5D group, pioneering the 5D light grid work in 2022. It so happened that we started on the crown, and it happened to be on a Tuesday, and when we were done, it was a Monday, and it was the 7th day we worked from the crown going down. So that's how it kind of became the way I put it in the calendar, and that's how that came to be. So Tuesday, we begin our work week. I don't do anything till Tuesday. So let everybody hustle and bustle on Monday. I wait till they kind of die down, because you know Tuesday they not so frantic. So I kind of escape the frantic energy, if that makes sense. So true. Yes, it does create space. It does. I'm glad you see it. I love that. Fasting on Thanksgiving. Yes, Ashe. It does wonders. It feels so good when the whole world is on something and we're on something else. If you're not experiencing that, I'm not putting anybody down, but that's true 5D. True 5D is when you are out of that third dimensional plane. When you're shifting timelines, when you're in a true timeline reality, you don't care about things in the real world. And so it feels good. It's almost like a release, and you detach. It's like you drop chains off of you. Chains are falling, because we're chained by these things. We're bound by these things, and not just in this lifetime, but from our ancestors, over and over and over again. This is how you drop the ball and chain. But you have to be bold enough. You have to be bold enough to want to let it go. Right? Everybody, like, sometimes we get that call and people, oh, you gonna come to this Christmas dinner? No. By this time they know, don't call me. Don't call me, because she ain't coming. I don't do none of those holidays. I had one of my brothers called me and was like, I know you don't do Mother's Day, but I just wanted to tell you Happy Mother's Day. So I was like, oh, happy, what do I say? Divine Matriarch, the Day of the Divine Matriarch. You'll see it on the calendar. So we honor the matriarchal energy. And on Father's Day, we honor the patriarchal energy, not the person, not the father, not getting caught up in this, because we all have masculine, feminine energy. So I honor that masculine, that matriarchal energy, which is a divine feminine energy in everyone, whether you are male or female. I'm talking to the energies, nothing personal. So that's how I untie myself off of that. So, all right, good. My beautiful, thank you. Good evening. Oh, good evening. Black Queen I am. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. So let me know how you feel about time pushing. Any other questions that you all may have about time pushing, because I know I said I would talk about it a long time ago. So here it is. And if anyone else has any questions, or is it something that you feel like you can do? Is it something that looks doable, or is it like, dang, she crazy? But I'm cool when people think I'm crazy. It's all good. Let me see. Hi, can you see my comment? I can now. I sure can. I didn't see it before. I don't know if you sent something before. Let me scroll up. I didn't see anything before, but I can see your comment now. Peace, love, and light. Welcome in. Gratitude. Happy welcome to my happy Friday night in the day. Light. And happy conjunction with Sun and Uranus and Taurus. We're not going to have it again for another 84 years. So get your change on. Change up, light up, glow up, do what you got to do. It's gonna, whatever we don't do, a lot of these planets that shifted out, by the way, whatever you don't do that you were supposed to do, you're gonna have an opportunity when the retrogrades hit. And I'm gonna do a video about the retrogrades. It's something I also want to talk about. But Uranus will retrograde back in, I believe, November, somewhere around November. I believe July or November. I might be mixing it up with Saturn, but they're all gonna be there. All right, thanks. Yes, I could see it. Did you have a question? I don't wish my mom a happy Mother's Day. Okay, good. I appreciate her, but I didn't align. Ooh, that's right. Peace. We don't align with that. Right? I braided her hair to show her some appreciation. Yes, I don't do any, I don't go to any Mother's Day brunch, lunch, I don't do any of that, because all of this is a way to kind of keep us in the frenzy. It's not that I don't love people, or I'm not trying to be the Debbie Downer for people's whatever. And I notice people get offended when I tell them, like, it's okay, okay, that's, we don't, I'm like, okay, I didn't mean to beat you on the head with it. I was just saying, I don't do things on those days, and I don't circle my life around it or not do something. Because a lot of people that, like, I realize in talking to people, they'll say, oh no, I can't, oh, that's Mother's Day, oh, that's Easter, so I can't do. And I was like, I'm not gonna hold this up just because of this day for everybody else. So I was doing a welcome home, you know, get together from us coming back from Jamaica, and I was, doing my best to do it on a day where people who wanted to come could come. But when I really looked at it, I was like, why am I kept putting it off. We still didn't do it yet, because that's how much I was putting it off. Oh no, it's Easter. Everybody got somewhere to go for Easter, so then I can't do the get together. Next, it was, oh, it's Mother's Day. Everybody got something, and it's like, you know what? Let everybody do what they got to do. I will have what I'm having, and whoever comes. I'm not gonna put it aside because they're celebrating their days. So, I this is it's time pushing, and this calendar is really helping to unlock those holes that they have us on in these timelines. So for those of you who are also, it's also a tool. The calendar, it's not just a calendar, it's a tool to help those of you who would like to get off of the timeline, who would like to do something different. Because on the holidays, I put something different so you'll know. Like Memorial Day, instead of that, it's remembrance of the soul, everything. And I want to put more information in the back of it so you can have some hints on what to do. That's what's taking a little bit longer with finalizing it. But the deadline is, I want to have it done by the end of this month. Last year we had everything out by June. I wanted to do it earlier, I did, but Jamaica had me. So my deadline is to have it done by the end of May, and you all can start ordering and getting it out there. And for those of you who don't donated, I didn't forget you all. For those of you who donated from the time that I was in Jamaica, and I said if you donated, I believe it was like, I think $50 or more, then I'm not even going to sell. You automatically are on the list to get a calendar for those donations. And for anyone who wants to donate towards the retreat still, I'm still taking donations for the retreat to help still finalizing it, putting it together. That too, it still stands. It's not, there's no expiration date. You will still be able to be gifted a calendar simply for your donation. I do appreciate those who are helping, because that money is going to go to not only helping to set up what we're setting up, but I also want to create a scholarship for those who want to come, who really feel like they want to be there, but may not have all of the funds, and maybe they need a partial scholarship, or they need some help in getting there. So those of you who contribute, we can have that scholarship fund put down, and I'll give more information about that as we go. So yeah, I invite you all to tap in and try, or I don't like to say try, do a little time pushing when you get a chance to. Already today, I'm feeling lighter. Something about today just felt like, ooh, I got some time. Ooh, hello time, space in time, in this time space reality, and we are vessels in time. That's another thing I want us to know and remember. You are keepers of time, vessels of time, pushers of time. We are the time capsules. Ashe, time exists within us and because of us. We have to slow down to be. That's why time moves at this pace. That's why when you leave your body, you go Godspeed, light speed ahead. Your light speed picks up because you're in your light body. A lot of us are moving faster right now because we're elevating, we're coming out of our carbon bodies and getting into our crystalline bodies. So we're shifting in time as we quantum leap, and we shift and we collapse our old timelines and we shift into new timelines. We are expanding in time, and we are speeding, we're taking up speed, we're accelerating in time. So a lot of us are turning up our Godspeed. And so know that as we are here in these vessels existing, it is the it is the truth of the matter that we slow down to exist in these vessels as the information comes in. And with that said, I will share a meditation I got today, because I got so much. Some of it I gave on the video, the Uranus video. So when you go to that, you'll see that download about what's happening with the Uranus. But this one was a little different. And I found this so unique, since I'm talking about vessels in time, and as this information, as we come from the star seeds or the gat, wherever we come from, to come into these bodies, it's like there has to be a slow down to exist in time, and then we speed back up. So, and a lot of us are speeding up now without having to physically transition because of the transits that are taking place in our timeline shifts that haven't happened before, right? So this was about light in my meditation. In my meditation, I was seeing light that hits the earth, right? However you want to see it, in us, through us, hitting the earth, through us as conduits of light, as it comes through the 2D consciousness, the trees, as it comes through the temples. However you look at it, it dawned on me that the light hits the earth through conduits of light to bring encoded encryptions of information into the earth in order for the earth to decode and translate it to be substantial for the physical format, the physical body to receive it, and raise the light codes to expand evolution into the ascension in time. See, so speeding it back up. So, and then what I saw was, wow, when I saw that, I saw a division, and I saw that we are the light quotients divisible in time, because that's what happened. It's like there's a breakdown, because as it said, it expands the evolution into ascension. So the evolution goes into ascension. It's like when you say 3 goes into 9, 3 times, it's like it's some type of division. So, but not bad division, right? It's the fractals of light breaking down and multiplying and coming back together, right? So we're the light quotients that are divisible in time, the fractures of light as we come in, the breakdown of time, so to speak. The beautiful thing about that, what I was seeing, it was amazing how I was seeing the light. We're these light seeds, we're these star seeds, and just like a seed is encoded with all this information that is going to make it become a tree. What I saw in that is that the light comes in. This is direct information from the ethers. And so it shoots through our conduit of light, and it has to go in the ground first. That's why it's good to walk barefoot. It has to go into the ground first. And I also saw that lightning bolt hitting the ground, the Uranus energy. And it has to go into the earth first, so that the earth, remember, the earth is very physical. It's a manifestation, and we are a manifestation. We come from the womb of the universe, through the womb of the earth, into the wombs of our souls, right? So back up into our risen consciousness. So the information, it's so encrypted. That's why I was getting at, it's so encoded. It's encoded, and it's an encryption of light information that comes directly through the conduit of light into the earth. The earth does what it does with that information. Believe it or not, the earth is processing information. The earth is transmuting and translating information for us. Just think about all the roots under the earth that are having a whole communication conversation. So I saw this interaction in the earth, and it was being explained like, oh, and that's why it comes back up. So it goes directly through us into the earth, but the earth translated, through the soil, through the codes in the earth. It translates the information so that it is substantial or acceptable for our physical body. Because when it's coming into seed, it's like when you look at a seed, what is this seed? You don't know, but you don't see the pure potentiality. You don't see all of the information that is loaded in that seed. Just like we come into this earth through what? The sperm, the seed. There's so much information in that seed and that egg that makes, like, there's so much information in that, encoded in that. And so this information is like, it's encrypted. It's not direct yet. So it has to hit the earth. It has to go into the earth so the earth can decode it and unencrypt it, if that's a word, right? And then bring it back up. And then we can appropriate it. Then we can take it in. And it's like, I started to even see another purpose of life. Like, we get this, like, well, I'm asking, well, what's the purpose then? Like, so we come here just to be this light. And it was like, no, in raising the light back up, it is still part of your soul's ascension, because we have to have this experience in the earth. But while we're in this body, remember, we slow down as vessels of time and light. Our light speed slows down. So the speed of light that it comes in from the ethers, we don't get that like that. It has to go into the earth so the earth can translate it for us and give us what we need to help us to grow in our ascension. To just like the seed helps the trees to grow. So what I saw in that was just as let me see what some of you are saying. What a great voice. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. That's why I feel better after meditating. Yes, especially when you're sitting outside, because it goes in. Let me see, I can see. Oh, okay. Somebody went somewhere else with it. Get you some light codes. Get you some light codes. I ain't that thirsty. I appreciate any love that lights the truth, but you're going to have to fix. You ain't got to do a darn thing, but get you some light codes. Like this light that's hitting me right now. I can't help you with your misappropriations. You're going to have to find a way. Lightning, Oya energy, Uranus, lightning strike. Somebody needs a change in perspective. All right. But with that said, yes, it's sitting outside. Like now I'm out here with my bare feet and getting those light codes in the earth. There's this exchange always happening. And remember that your left side is the receptive side. So I was seeing how when the codes come in, it literally comes out. It's like a battery charge. Our right foot is the plus, the giver. The masculine side, it gives. So the right side is the giver. It's the positive plus side of the battery. And our left side is the minus. It's the receptive side. So it comes back in. That's just how it was shown to me. I do not have empirical evidence. I'm being just as clear, as honest and raw as it came to me. Right foot, positive. It comes out that way into the ground. And then we receive it back up on the left side. So that's our plus and minus. But yeah, it's interesting to see how the codes, we need the codes to be, it's almost like a bird. What I get from that is like how a mama bird chews up the food before giving it to the bird. So it's like the light codes come in, but Mama Earth got to chew it up first. Like, hold on. And then spits it back to us. And then we could take it in. That's why we got to walk barefoot. That's why we got to meditate. That's why we got to sit with the earth and the trees and the 2D consciousness, because it's giving us the information, substantial for us to take in. And then we can use it and raise our vibrations and ascend through this, because it's to help us ascend. We came here to have this experience, but we need to be able to digest it or appropriate it. It needs to be something that we can manage. And the more we evolve, the less we need Mama Earth to chew up our food for us, if that makes sense. A lot of us, as we get the light, we get it like this because we're going into our crystalline bodies and we're ascending into the new timelines, into the fifth dimension. And in the fifth dimension, everything is energy. You don't really need it to go so much into the earth anymore. So it all depends on where you are. Ashe? Ashe. So, um, what I got with that, lastly, that I would share is this is just to parallel that and what it looks like in the tree. So just as the seed of pure potentiality has everything it needs in its light codes information and put into the earth to grow and raise as a tree, um, it raises as a tree to the heart chakra because that's the heart chakra. The trees, the earth, that's the heart chakra, right? So it brings it to the heart. So too do we as star seeds of the universe. Everything is to be risen, and when we raise our vibrations, it's to be self-actualized in the heart chakra, and then we can ascend because the heart chakra is the highest point of our lower chakras. It's the highest part of the body. So we're supposed to actualize in the heart like these trees do, and then we ascend even further into our spiritual chakras. So this is how it is that we come from the womb of the universe. This part was sweet to me. I just kept going. I don't know who all gonna get it, but I'm gonna share it with y'all. This is how it is that we come from the womb of the universe through the womb of the earth into the womb of the soul as risen man. It is the womb of man as the womb man that gives birth to all life as receptive activity that releases all information. And remember, receptive activity is that feminine energy. So it got, as I was writing this, it was just coming to me more at the end as the download was coming. It was like, ooh, look at this, right? So as receptive activity that release all information, it is the omniscience. I ain't never make that connection before. It is the omniscience. And the power that drives it is the omnipotence as all power and creative activity, the masculine. So it's like the omniscience is the all knowing, it's all the information being released, and the omniscience, you know how they say God is omnipotent, omniscience, omnipresence? It's like a threefold of it. And now I'm seeing the threefold again in the mother, father, child. Hold up, I ain't finished. I just showed you the mother, father. Right? So it is the omniscience. And the father is the omnipotence, which is all power, powerful. Um, and the creative activity. Now, the omnipresence is the Christ consciousness as the child of God, or they say the only begotten Son, however you want to look at it. So when the omniscience and the omnipotence merges or harmonizes, it integrates and expands into the omnipresence. Fresh off the pot, y'all. Whoever that's for. Whoever that's for. Tag somebody. I forgot to mention that. Tag somebody. Let them know if they want to know more about this time. This was a nice conversation with you all. So if they want to know more about this time, and this last piece of information was cherry on the top, golden. I'm still tickled pink by it. The link in the pink in my heart. You know, the pink is when you get really deep in the heart and the green turns to pink. I'm at that link in the pink. Ashe. So faithfully, it was as interesting to you as it was to me. And I really need to put some of these things in a book because I have more downloads like this that I get, and I really don't share it like that, but with you all. So welcome through. Choo choo. So get you some of these light codes, especially if you're on the West Coast. You're going to have more light than I have. So get you some of this light. Go inside yourself. See what needs to be changed with these energies that's hitting this weekend. It's really potent right now. But as usual, you know that you can feel the energies 3 days before, 3 days after, even a week before and a week after. So allow these energies to hit you. And I'm going to keep pushing my time right through. So with that said, love and light. Great night, divine night to you all. Ashe, ashe. Each one, reach one, teach one. If you don't know where to start, start in your big, beautiful heart, big heart, and shine your light from the inside out. like this sunlight. This is my sun day. I forgot to mention that, by the way. This is my sun day because it is sunning. All right, and it's a solar plexus day on the calendar, so it's really a Sunday. But yes, love and light to you all. Peace and love. Ashe.